Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the last chapter, which is chapter number 11, Ahimsa. Let us first start with the let's listen part. As you enter the classroom, a boy pushes you. You fall down and hurt yourself. What do you feel like doing? Do you feel like pushing him too? If you push him, you are no better than him. Maybe he will push you again and it will go on and on. In the end, you will both get hurt and you both will be angry. So now if someone hurts you, should you hurt them back? No, because if we do so, we both will be hurt. You both, the person whom you are hurting, and you both would get hurt. So it is of no use of hurting that person who hurt you. So what can you do instead of pushing him back? You can stand up to him and tell him firmly and politely, "Please don't push me." Instead of fighting back, we should look for other peaceful ways of settling the differences. When we do this, we live a life of non-violence or ahimsa. Do you know what ahimsa means? It is a Sanskrit word. Now see, what is ahimsa? It is basically a Sanskrit word. Himsa is violence and ahimsa. What we are going to study in this chapter is ahimsa. What do we mean by that word? It means non-violence, means not to fight, not to be violent, not to beat others, and not to hurt others. That is ahimsa. An ahimsa child chooses to be peaceful all the times through his or her actions, words and actions. So if you are an ahimsa child, what you will do? You will never beat anyone back. You will choose a peaceful way of words and actions. Ahimsa calls for great strength. It is not a sign of weakness. Now, not beating anyone does not mean that you are weak. It means that you are strong enough to adopt to the peaceful way. Right? So, let us move ahead with the reading part of the story. The name of the story is Standing Up to Those Who Hit Us. So, this means that those who have hit us, we should stand up to them. Let us start the story. A cobra lived in the forest. It had no friends and was very lonely. Whenever it heard children playing, it would want to play with them. So, we are talking about a cobra. Can you see this? This is a cobra snake. So, the cobra was very lonely in the forest. So, whenever he heard children playing, it wanted to play with them. But the children were afraid of the cobra. Now, everyone, will we go near the snake? No. Why? Because we are afraid of it. So, the children were also afraid of the cobra. "Snake, snake, kill the snake!" They would shout and throw stones at it. The cobra would slide sadly back into the forest. One day, one of those stones hit the cobra and hurt it badly. So, one day what happened? That stones that were thrown to the cobra, it hit him very badly. Cobra would escape, but once what happened? When these stones were thrown by the children, it hurt the cobra. Angry and in pain, it tried to bite the children. So obviously it was angry, so it went back to bite the children, because of whom he got hurt. The children threw more stones at it. The poor cobra crawled away bleeding. Crawled means to make the movement. How the cobra walks? The crawling, right? Through the crawling, because it does not have legs. So it crawled away with the bleeding. Bleeding means all the blood was there because the stones were thrown. A few days later, a monk came by. Don't go inside the forest. There is a snake there. It will bite you, the children said. So there was this monk that came to that place. But at that time the children warned that don't go inside the forest. There is a snake there and it might bite you also. The monk found an angry snake in the forest. Why did you try to bite the children? He asked. Because they threw stones at me and hurt me, said the cobra. So this monk, he asked the cobra a question that why did you try to bite the children? Then he told that I did that because these children, they were throwing stones at me. Don't chase them, don't bite them. Then they wouldn't be frightened of you. They wouldn't throw stones at you, said the monk. So monk is giving a very nice reply. He is telling that don't chase them, don't bite them also. Then they will not be afraid of you and also they will not throw stones at you, said the monk. The cobra thought about what the monk said. The next day, when the cobra saw the children, it did not chase them. It just lay there quietly. The children saw it. They were again frightened, so they started throwing stones at it. Now again, next day what happened? The children, where they were playing, the cobra just went there and did not do anything. He just laid there down. He just stayed at that place. But still the children were frightened of the snake. So they again started throwing stones at it. Still the cobra did not chase or bite them. It took all the beatings quietly and crawled home badly hurt and bleeding. So can you see this cobra? See, it is filled with blood because the children had threw stones on the cobra because of that. So again that cobra did not do anything and returned back home crawling and badly hurt. A few days later, the monk visited the forest again. What happened to you? The monk asked the snake. I did what you asked me to do. I didn't bite the children. I just lay there quietly, but the children still threw stones at me, said the snake. So snake, after some days again when the monk is coming, at that time snake is asking again. The monk is asking again to the snake that what happened to you? At that time the snake replied that I did not bite the children but still they threw stones at me. You silly snake, I didn't tell you to lie there quietly or to take all the beatings, said the monk. I told you not to bite. There are other things you can do to keep the children away. The cobra looked interested. So monk ne kya bola? The monk told the cobra that I did not tell you to lie there quietly and take the beatings. You don't have to suffer. You just don't have to bite them. So at that time, monk told that there are other things also you can do so that children will be away and will not beat you. So cobra, he looked interested. He wanted to know what the monk was trying to tell. The next time the children pick up stones, hiss loudly at them. That will scare the children and they will run away from you. So next time don't bite them but hiss, make the noise. Now the sound of jaise dogs bark, in the same way the snakes hiss. So over here the monk told that next time when children pick up stones to hit you, you loudly hiss. You make the sound of hissing very loudly. What will happen because of that? Because of that, the children will be scared. They will be feared and then they will run away from the snake. So that is what the cobra did. Whenever the children picked up stones, it just lifted its head and hissed loudly. The children ran away and left it alone. Soon, they stopped throwing stones at the snake. The snake too began to enjoy watching them play. So slowly what happened? See, peacefully without beating anyone, the snake, it learned how to protect itself. by just hissing loudly. So this is the story, what is all about. This means that we should adopt the non-violent means ahimsa. We should not try to hurt anyone, but at the same time, we should not always get ourselves hurt. We should protect ourselves, but we should not hurt anyone. Okay, it is a Jakarta tale. And now, for the next class, I'll be sending you the notes of the chapter. But before that, what you will do, you will read this chapter 2 times and understand it with this video. And then we will continue in the next lecture